Yeah, so guys, if your energy is informing you to lie down, go ahead. If you want to sit underneath that cozy blanket and settle in, you can do so. This week is our throat chakra. Our throat chakra is located at the base of the throat, kind of where those collarbones meet. So wherever you are, maybe you gently close your eyes, get any wiggles out of your body as we move into stillness, transitioning to stillness. Maybe seeing if our stuffed animal can be really still. How still can Kermit be? How still can we be? How still can we be? Maybe as we settle into the stillness of the breath, we bring that awareness to our throat chakra. Just guiding our inner eye to that space. Maybe feeling our energy drop into our Vishuddha Chakra. Vishuddha means purification. Let the breath come and go. Maybe if you're seated, you slightly tuck the chin. And if you're lying down, you can maybe slightly tuck the chin. It doesn't have to be a lot. Just enough to bring a little awareness to that throat chakra area. That's where our thyroid gland is. As you bring that chin to the chest, let it rest in a comfortable position. And then feel the energy just move from the throat out across the shoulder blades or the collarbone to the shoulders. And then feel the shoulders begin to rest. Letting the throat rest. The collarbone, the shoulder blades, and the shoulders rest. Our throat chakra is associated with the ether element and that governs sound. So guys, we activate our throat chakra with resonance. That's why I mentioned chanting mantra this week in the email. Maybe begin to bring some resonance to the throat by just noticing the breath pass over the throat. Maybe on your exhale, you let out a lion's breath exhale, which is kind of a or maybe you bring the mantra hum into your space. You inhale, you can exhale, hum. To bring our awareness to any sound that our body might be making from within. Now bring your awareness to a sound that you hear outside of yourself or outside of the room that you're in. And then bring your awareness to a sound you hear within yourself. Bring your awareness to a sound outside of yourself. And then bring it back to a sound within yourself, or maybe a vibration within yourself. Moving our awareness outward and then inward as if it's a throbbing, feeling that energy move out and back in. On your own pace, just moving from a sound outside yourself to a sound within. Feeling your energy field resonating outward and then in, and outward and in. If you'd like, maybe bring the tips of your fingers to that spot where the throat chakra resides in the front of the body, the base of the neck, where the collarbones come together. Can you feel any movement or energy in that space? Giving ourselves the invitation to listen. Our throat chakra, we often hear it said that speaking our truth. When your throat chakra is open, you can speak your truth. But we can't speak our truth if we don't know what it is. So we listen within. So let's invite in clarity. Let's invite in discernment. Invite in expression. And invite in attunement. Give yourself a deep breath in. Maybe pause at the top. And then exhale, maybe sigh. Letting go of the day, dropping into our yin yoga practice. And now let's come into our first shape, which we're going to bring our legs up the wall for our first shape. So moving, as if it were a dream, moving gently and slowly. Bring your hips as close to the wall or the couch as you can. And yeah, feel free to move the spikes if you need to. Move anything out of the way. And then once you get the hip near the wall, then you just kind of swing the legs up and around. And let your heels rest on the wall. If you have a couch or a bed nearby, you can let the legs rest against the couch or the bed. And then once you get those legs up the wall, maybe you've put a little pillow or blanket behind your head and just kind of bring the chin to the chest. Not giving any pressure on that cervical spine, but maybe just a little support so that chin can kind of tuck. Now tell me if you like this. If it makes you nervous, just tell me. Does that feel good? Actually. Okay, so if you get tired of that, just kind of wait. Just say count. But if it's not relaxing, if it's stressful, just let me know, okay? Yeah. With our legs up the wall, let's feel the pelvis connected to the floor. The low back, the mid back, the upper back, back of the head. Maybe noticing the chakras aligned along the spine. The root chakra, the sacral chakra, Muladhara, Svadhisthana, Manipura chakras. And bringing awareness to the heart chakra, Anahata chakra, the bridge from the lower chakras. Crossing the bridge from Anahata, we come to Vishuddha Chakra. Our throat chakra. Ether is the element of our throat chakra. And ether is space, so the space between things. It could be time, the time in between. So maybe drawing a breath in and feeling the breath pass by the throat, pause, and then exhale. And pause at the bottom of the exhale. And then breathe in, pause, exhale, and pause. And now let's breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, good, 2, 1, pause. Feel the breath, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, pause, be in the space. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good, pause. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. Slowly exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. And now exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. And let your breath come and go however you want to direct your breath. Maybe you want to drop into just no awareness of breath. Feel the shoulders in the earth and supported by the earth. And maybe trace the energy from the shoulders across the collarbones to the throat. And then back across the collarbones to the shoulders. And then back and forth. And back in and out. Let's breathe for another breath for 4. And exhale 3. And exhale 2. Maybe a big sigh, let it all go for 1. Now on your own time and as you're ready, gently bring those legs off the wall, maybe hugging them into the chest. Maybe you just slide them across the wall, however it makes sense for you to come into a rebound. So maybe you come onto your stomach, maybe you come onto your back. But bring your body so it's somewhat flat. So you can feel that energy that was in the feet that flowed to the hips. Feel it moving across the body again. Find that nice rest. Feel that energy move and flow. Really nice job, guys. Give yourself another breath or 2 or 3. As we tune into our throat, we become aware of our expression. We become aware of our truth. And it's in the knowing of our truth that we can accurately express ourselves. Whether in speaking, in action, in responding, in being. It can be true to ourselves. And now on your back, hopefully you have a block close. Reach out and find that block. We're going to come into our supported bridge. So we'll bring our feet to the floor. And with our feet on the floor, those knees to the sky, shoulder blades on the ground, press the feet down, drive the hips up, and then slide that block underneath that sacrum. And like my teacher Unknock says, it's that bottom of the block is just above that little crack that we have down there. So if you can't find the spot that's pain-free, try that, starting there. And you might notice here in our bridge that our chin is slightly tucked towards the chest. That's going to support that throat chakra. And now an option in your bridge. You know, Annalise likes to do this. You can bring the arms up overhead and reach those arms over. This is going to open up the shoulders in a different way. So maybe you let those arms come overhead, or maybe you just rest the hands at your side. Dropping into your supported bridge. Giving yourself as much time to get comfortable and to settle. And then turn off any judgment or any critic. And let's tune in to maybe a sound within us or an energy within us. Maybe it's the beating of our heart. How still can we be? Just the shoulder blades supported by the floor. The base of the spine, that root chakra supported by the block. And with that slight lift of the hips, all that energy kind of flowing to the throat, awakening our throat chakra. I'm just going to chant the Bija mantra for our throat chakra. This mantra is the mantra that ancient meditators heard when they were meditating on their throat chakra, as they sat for hours and hours, visualizing and bringing their awareness to their throat. This is the sound that resonated with this chakra. So it awakens our throat and brings our energy into balance in our throat chakra. As our energy is brought to the throat, maybe we find an urge to let the breath out like a sigh. Maybe hold the breath and then let it go, releasing the energy, bringing it all into balance. Nice job, guys. When you're ready, you can press your feet into the floor, lift the hips off the block, slide that block out from underneath and bring everything to the floor, the back, the legs, coming to your rebound. Letting that chi just sort itself out in your body. Allow those eyes to rest without squinting, even if they're closed, relaxing the face. As this chi, this prana moves through your body after this shape, maybe allowing yourself to be in the question. We're not looking for an answer. But maybe just asking, do my thoughts, words, and actions align? Do my thoughts, words, and actions align? Are we living our truth in our thoughts, words, and actions? diving into this truth in our practice this evening. Let's give ourselves maybe 1 or 2 or 3 more breaths here before coming up to a seated position. There's no rush to come to this seat. Allow yourself maybe even to just stay in your rebound. If you want to just rest, you can. Maybe gently open your eyes. And in your seated position, there's a couple different things we can do. I know some of you like shoelace and it's accessible. So you have your left knee on the ground, your left heel towards the glute, and then you can stack that right knee on top of the left. That's not accessible for everybody. I know for one person here it is. If you do this, bring the arms out in front, cross the right arm under, find your eagle arms. Yep, and then we can just tuck into our eagle and kind of bow into our shoelace. Okay, now this shoelace might not be comfortable for everybody, okay? So if that's not, then we're gonna bring the left leg out and the right foot on the inside of the thigh. Kind of opening up the hips in that way, and then bring your eagle arms and then bow over the leg. Okay, you can bring the right knee across the left extended leg. So really find what feels good for you. And in your eagle arms, maybe feel as opening across the back. And you can bring the backs of the hands together if you can't bring the palms together, guys. So really, we just want to bow. We can cross just the arms once and bow over that leg. The back opening and maybe the side of the hip. Kind of coming into this ball as if we were coming into ourselves. Maybe look at your upper back and see how it feels in these eagle arms right now. And know that as we surrender here, that fascia that runs across the back is just going to loosen. Allow the shoulders and the shoulder blades to open. Compressing in the hip and the knees, the arms. Kind of blocking and compressing a lot of chi here. That chin towards the chest. Maybe saying out loud or to yourself, I attune to my truth. I have clarity within. I express myself truthfully. I am. Maybe you bring the mantra so hum into your breath. The natural sound of the breath, inhaling. You say to yourself so. Exhale hum. Inhaling so. 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 As we drop into our truth, we drop into the ability to use our words to empower not just ourselves, but those on whom our words fall. Slowly begin on your own to just count down from 10 to 0. When you get to 0, come into your rebound, just unraveling from the shape. Nice job, guys. Everybody arriving at their rebound at a different time. Letting your entire being that was just curled up, letting it extend and lengthen on the ground in your rebound. Feeling that chi flowing through the body. Feeling yourself align energetically as you rest in your rebound. And now, as you're ready, gently peel yourself off the floor and come back up to your seated position. We're going to do this on the other side. So the option this time, we can bring our right heel towards that left glute, the right knee on the bottom, the left knee on top, the left arm under this time, and then the right arm on top. Eagle arms with the left arm on the bottom. The left knee is stacked on top and you can fold. And then the other option is that right leg out in front, left foot kind of crossed over, the left knee stacked on top of the extended right leg. And if that's not happening either, then just bring the left foot on the inside of the right leg. Left arm under, right arm on top. Okay. Yes. And then we just fold into ourselves. Maybe breathing in empowerment to our words with every breath. That the words we speak are necessary, are true, and are kind. Maybe inhaling so, exhaling hum. Or maybe you reverse the mantra and inhale so, so. Tucking the chin to the chest. Make sure the face is nice and relaxed. The eyes are just resting, the eyelashes resting one on top of another. The tongue relax and the cheeks, the inside of the cheeks soften. Maybe notice if you're squeezing the thigh, relax the thigh, relax the feet. Come into a soft surrender. If your mind wanders, you can bring it to a sound far away, and then a sound within, and then far away, and then within. Just ebbing and flowing with sound. Now when you're ready, you can gently unravel out of all of these twists and binds and come into your rebound. Moving nice and slowly because there are a lot of twists. There's a lot of energy that we've compressed. And come to rest on your back. Base chakras. Noticing the throat chakra, the heart chakra, the solar plexus, the sacral chakra just below the navel, and maybe your root chakra at the base of the spine. And then feel the energy expanding outward from each chakra to the tips of the fingers and the toes, and then back in towards the spine, and then up the spine to the crown of the head, and then down the root. And then exhale, sigh, drop into the earth. Give yourself a moment to feel this energy, bringing your awareness to what your energy feels like, tuning into our truth, our individual truth that's within us. Feeling your own authenticity bubble up to the surface. Maybe say to yourself, I live authentically. I live authentically. When you're ready, let's come into one final shake before we come into our final resting pose of Shavasana. So from where you are in your rebound, one option is to just roll over onto your stomach. So really be honest. If you are just feeling like you want to lie down on the ground, just stay there, roll over. Bring one side of the face, like the cheek, to the floor, and then just bring your arms behind you and find opposite elbows. I'm just going to open up the shoulders by grabbing opposite elbows. If you want, you can interlace the hands and just kind of rest those hands on the low back. So that's one option. Maybe see where you feel a little opening across the shoulders. If you're feeling a little more ambitious, another shape is to just come into your seated position that's comfortable. Interlace your hands behind you and just come into yoga mudra and just lean forward. And let the hands maybe come a little bit off the back. And pull backwards. And even rest your head on a block at first if you want, and then just lose the block later. So whether you're lying down, grabbing opposite elbows, or in a yoga mudra, maybe bring some awareness to the throat. And then from the throat chakra, across the collarbones to the shoulders. And back to the throat. With each passing from the throat to the shoulders and shoulders to the throat, see if you can feel a little more relaxed. I live authentically. I live authentically. I live authentically. With our hands clasped, we access a range of meridians that are in the hand. We have our san jiao, which is along the pinky, and that supports us in having healthy boundaries. Our pericardium, that's a meridian that's along the tip of the thumb. The pericardium is the fascia that holds the heart. And it supports us in those emotional boundaries. The san jiao, our boundaries, as well as our communication. Our hands are so powerful. Dropping into our truth. The lung meridian is along the thumb, and that supports us in letting go of grief or sadness. The large intestine is along the index finger, and that helps us process our experiences. And then the heart on the pinky brings us joy. So with these hands clasped behind us, holding on to those elbows, feeling all that energy balance. And that energy balances in a way that we can live authentically in our truth. And now, whenever you're ready, you can just gently come onto your back. If you're on your stomach, you can release the elbows or the mudra and roll over. If you were seated and folded forward, just gently pull the hands back and come onto your back. When you get to your back, scan the body from the feet to the head. Let the shoulders rest, and the arms, and the back of the throat, the back of the neck, the back of the head, everything resting on the floor. Let's bring our awareness to a sound furthest away. And then a sound within. And then furthest away. And then within. And let your awareness come to the sound of the singing bowl. And just let your awareness rest on the vibration and resonance of the singing bowls. Begin to bring awareness back to your physical body. Maybe pressing the tips of the thumb and the index finger together. The tip of the thumb and the middle finger pressing together. Press the thumb and the ring fingertips together. The thumb and the pinky press them together. And then open your hands. And close your hands. And then open your hands. And pause. Feel your breath come and go. Maybe bring the tips of your fingers to your throat chakra. Maybe say to yourself or out loud any truth that you'd like to remember. Or anything that might have come to mind or to your heart in your practice this evening. You can remain on your backs this evening as we close. You can sit if you want. I'll chant the mantra hum 3 times before Om Shanti. Let's exhale and inhale. Exhale. Hum. Hum. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Namaste.